Let's fight! A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from this evening. Let's fight! Let's fight! All we need is some candles now. We can have a kind of thing, Let's fight, guys, wherever you're joining us from around the world. Welcome in the ring, folks. Some of you guys are joining us on Twitter. Some of you guys are joining us on YouTube. Some of you guys on LinkedIn. Some on Facebook. Yes, Facebook. Good to have each and every one of you with us this evening. It is our privilege. We were holding there for our friend and brother Randolph Critchlow to wrap up the rush. We were kind of captivated by some of the content Randy was sharing as well, guys, and we really wanted you to benefit from that as well. But we are ready, fired up and ready to go, and happy that you guys are here with us. I see Joylyn Cook and Onessa Ward Dean. Folks, strapping tonight. It's going to be a bumpy, rough ride. No pun intended there. Claire Capel and Denny's London Welshman. Angela Jordan is here too. Andrea Paradise and Roxanne Liverpool. Like all the Andreas are here. I see as well Denny's London Welshman and Konaya Mingo. Guys, we're really happy to have each and every one of you with us. Tracy Hunt, Lyndon Jones, Paulette Graves, Karen Clark, and all the other folks. Folks, you gotta strap in. Strap yourselves in this evening. We need some candles, folks. We need some candles. The bell and some candles. Y'all like to bring that some? Like our old head teacher. Yolette Benjamin, good to see you. Lynn McDonald, good to see you. All the exhibitors, folks. All the humorous exhibitors and stakeholders and investors. Welcome in the ring, guys, to each and every one of you. We hope you guys are hearing us loud and clear. Gather around, folks. Gather around. Some of you are heading home from work. Some of you are heading to work. Some of you can pull the car on the road and park till we finish. I can hear some husbands say, wife, don't touch me now. In the ring start. Hold off. I can hear some husbands saying, Huzzy, hold up. Don't come on. Relax yourself. They tell me we're breaking up families, at least for 1 hour every night. We're breaking up families. Is it making up? Is it making up that matters? For happy post Valentine's. Folks, when you hear some of the stuff that came out of the international conference, you will realize the guy is still in Valentine mode, They're still in Valentine mode. A lot of people name calling. A lot of people name calling. I see Derek Smith is here with us, and Marissa Andrews, Wilton Blue, and Betsy Freeze. They are all here with us. Deborah Halley as well. Good to see you. Good to see each and every one of you. Good to see each and every one of you. And guys, I am fired up like you. Ready to go, guys. Ready to go. Good to see you, Pamela Sanchari. Guys, I am fired up. Jamal and Rowena Cummins. The folks at the International Energy Conference and Expo that opened today seem to still be in Valentine's mood. My Lord. Abba Father. Joycelyn Prince, we see you there, and Yvonne Dale. Folks, as you come in the ring, you have to share the live stream. Welcome wherever you are. We're fired up, guys, and we're ready to go. Horace Thomas, are you ready to go? Rita Singh, are you ready to go? Anson Marb Lynch, are you ready to go? I see also Richard Fordyce, Carl Miller, and Diane Graves Zandy. Folks, we want to see those emojis. We want to see the emojis. We're starting unless we get at least 200 emojis. We're 4 minutes in. You can't let us start with 176 emojis. Who's smashing the emoji button? The start of this program and the fight card depends on you, folks. It depends on you. We want to see those shares as well. We don't get out the blocks for anything under 300 shares in under 5 minutes. What kind of program y'all think we're running here, folks? What kind of show you think we have here? We start our show and we don't have 300 shares? Come on, guys. Come on. We want to see you guys share the live stream. We're just on the 300, so you guys got some work to do, and we want to see those emojis as well. Who tell me to say that emojis gone up? Try that. Folks, come on. We got to see those shares. We ain't getting out the blocks, unlike Ali with the investors and the humorous and everything else. Without some good shares, we want to see those shares. We want to see those shares, guys. We're coming along nicely. Good to see each and every one of you. Good to see Candace and I see, is it Kanye and Saborni, John, Raymond, and all the other fantastic folks. Guys, welcome in the ring. I won't treat you guys so bad. As you know, fired up, ready to go. Fired up, ready to go. How about you guys? Anthony Roland and Patricia Kisson. Some of y'all like bacchanal, you know. I see how y'all pouring in the arena, pouring in the Coliseum, pouring into the stadium, folks. Come on. With my candles. Good to have each and every one of you. I know our camera is changing focus rapidly. I don't know if the guys can adjust that without bringing up the text on the screen. No, we're going to take it as it is. Guys, fired up, ready to go. Fired up, ready to go. Good to see each and every one of you. And folks, here we are. Here we are, folks. All roads today. All roads today led to the International Energy Conference and Expo. All roads led here. All roads led to the International Conference and Expo. Gail Alicock, I see you there. Gail, were you there? Gail, were you there? We hope our autofocus might be off. Gail, were you there? Gail, were you there? Karen, were you there? Karen, were you there? Vashti, were you at this International Conference and Expo? Were you at the International Conference and Expo? Vashti Magnot? What about you, John Jones? Were you there? Folks, who's sharing the live stream for us tonight? We want to see the emojis too. Y'all know we licorice and we hungry. We don't make no fun of it, guys. We don't make no fun of it. Our boots were on the ground today, we have you all know. And we ain't backing down. Folks, the shares looking nice. The shares looking real nice. Oh, we are coming to come now. When, Bob? How are you? And I see Charlene is here as well. Folks, all roads today led to the International Energy Conference and Expo. Take your time, peel your pine. That is what happened. Isabel Butters, don't contradict me, and Beverly, Elizabeth Samuels, and Stan Bourne. I see Guyana Spectator says he was there. They were there spectating. My Lord, all roads led here, guys. All roads led here. I hope you all put the kids to bed. You all done drink your porridge, your 9 down, your 1 good knee, and so forth. And you sit back, you're seated back, and you're relaxed, you're strapped in and ready. So all roads led today to the energy conference. All roads led here. And there was a people's protest because, as you know, the people do not feel as though they have gotten enough out of this oil deal. They do not feel so. And so the people were out there in their numbers today protesting. And I want to thank all the folks, especially Mr. Glenlal, who has been on the forefront asking for a better deal, putting his money where his mouth is, and lots of folks assembled there on the facade of the Guyana Marriott there in 4th Street, Kingston, making their voices heard, folks. And they were asking for us to change, to reconsider this oil contract. There was a protest at the International Expo, the International Energy Conference, and the Expo. And again, Guyanese from across the political divide, across the ethnic spectrum, out there making their voices heard. And this is one placard that we saw. Cheddy and Burnham, it reads, Cheddy, Jagan, and Forbes Burnham did not fight for the colonials, for us to be enslaved by ExxonMobil. My Lord, what strong words. What strong words there, guys. So that's one of the placards that we saw. That is just one of the placards that we saw. But here, folks. Hold on. This is a little of the action. This is just a little bit of the action on the ground there at the Marriott. Take a quick look. At a little of the action. Not all of it is a little of the action there. Take a look.
this and that road. I'm the road that you need to walk. Mark up your that road. I can't hold the water. Yeah, you just be low. No! 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 Cái này nó cần xí, cái này up. Nếu ngày nâng, cái này up on the gear now. We're going out to sea.
Stand up for your right, guy.
Right.
Change. You need a change.
We need money. I need a change. We got to stop paying ExxonMobil tax. Right? ExxonMobil have pay we tax. You understand? We need money. Right? That's what we living for. Now it's my party time. I know you're telling me I gotta go back and work. I'm 55. I know it's my party time. You telling me I gotta go back and work like I'm 16? That's past me. I don't serve this country good. Oh, wealthy. Yeah. You give me share, man. That 12 grandchildren. Yeah, all the pack over by me out. What 25,000 I could do for household? Yeah. But my son even get. Yeah. Every day I gotta find something.
Yep. So that was some of the action there, folks. Where were you? If you had an opportunity to be down there at Ground Zero as part of the protest, asking for a better oil deal, and you were not there, shame on you. But folks, this is the first day of a 4-day conference, and a little birdie told me that some other folks will be out there tomorrow. A little birdie told me that the coalition might be out there in greater numbers tomorrow, folks. You're going to want to be down there. All road leads down to the Guyana Marriott there in 4th Street, Kingston. Just behind the Kingston Seawall there, guys. All roads, folks. Our boots were on the ground today. We were not to be left out. Our boots were on the ground. And while we were there, folks, we spoke to one woman who told us why she was out there. She said, Mr. Duncan, we hungry. We hungry. I ain't got food in my house. One other person told us even dog food gone up. They want part of what is happening. Folks who's sharing this live stream, we warming up. Hold on. Stay with us till the end. We warming up. Here that one woman told us about being hungry and why she was out there. Take a listen. This was a part of our podcast today. And you guys know our international podcast is Below the Belt. Who vex. And this one woman spoke to us today as our boots were on the ground out there as well, lending our support to the change that we need. We Guyanese too, and we want to see a better deal for all Guyanese. Take a listen.
Contract is concerned, the PSA, as you know, was signed in 2016. Folks saying that they want a better deal than the one we have had. We have enough leverage to get a better deal from ExxonMobil, but they're saying that the government, they corrupt, the wicked, stink, wicked and dirty. That's what the folks out here are saying. We look as though the weather is going to turn a little bit, but we're going to be here, boots on the ground. This is what boots on the ground means, folks. We sometimes we got to come off social media and be boots on the ground. But we get to do both today. We boots on the ground and we're still on social media. And we hope more of you are going to join us. I have a young lady who is joining us, and she's going to tell us a little bit about why she's out here. Maybe she can offer her name as well and tell us why she's lending her voice to this protest on the facade of the Guyana Marriott, where the International Energy Conference and Expo is being held.
Well, my name is Fiona Harris, and I'm out here today because, I feel sorry so God put all these resources for every one of us to enjoy, right? And it's only benefiting certain people in this country. And I'm out here today because I have no job, and right now I'm going low on food stuff in my house, and I just want we forget a little bit more money, more than just give us our fair share, because right now I have nothing to cook in the house. The food prices are so expensive, and we need some money right now in the home.
Excellent. And again, her placard reads, the oil belongs to Guyanese, not ExxonMobil, the CNOOC and Hess. The oil belongs to Guyanese. That's the placard she's holding, and she has a Guyana flag in her hands. You heard her say, things tight home, things tight. And people should be, and they hardly got food to cook, right? And they want something out of this deal.
Yep. Things tight. Things tight. And that was just one woman. She said, we here because things tight. I hardly got food home for cook. And these guys are going to walk away with billions of dollars. We want this contract renegotiated. We want a better deal, folks. Pace and power. Catfish. Catfish, folks. You see this oil conference? This oil conference was not easy. Catfish was on show today, guys. Catfish, you see where they got plenty of water? We had plenty today. Catfish right about there. Catfish was there. folks. I just need the candles. Folks, listen to me. Irfan Ali is a gift. It's a gift in this country. We just got to know when to roll him out. He's a gift. He's a bit tightly wrapped. And sometimes those gifts is be the best gift. I can see some people cutting this video now and putting it out next to some PPP ads. Sharad Duncan says, Irfan Ali is a gift. Yes, I said it. But you don't wait for the rest. You have to wait for the rest. He's a gift, folks. He's a gift to this nation. Tightly wrapped. Tightly wrapped. Who's sharing the live stream? Like, I ain't feel to move up the mark unless folks share this live stream. I think I can go to ad break. He's tightly wrapped, folks. Sugate got into the International Energy Conference and Export. Compliments of Irfan Ali. Got in there, folks. Sugate got in there. Front and center. Lingering large. It was the elephant in the room that was never frontally addressed, but it was always there. Sugate got into the conference. Yep. Sugate got in there. You guys, you know, we've been telling you what's happened. There was this interview, February 1. Following that interview, a snippet of the interview was released by Papa Jagabat on his Facebook page. It was so bad, the fallout. He had to hold a press conference the following day in which he denied these allegations that were made. The Chinese embassy issued a statement on Sugate, and then Su spoke out with a statement of his own saying he didn't give any bribes or was no middleman and so forth. He wasn't the middleman facilitating these bribes for huge Chinese contracts. And then we saw Isabel Young put out a tweet on Twitter. Where else, Duncan? Where she put it out, Sherrod? Here I answer back myself. I don't know a lot of places. But she put it out on Twitter. She said, oh Lord, the report didn't even come out yet. And look the conundrums that the Guyanese people in. And then Irfan, Defender-in-Chief, came to the rescue, denying that BJ was involved, saying his government is above board. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brought us to the conference today. It brought us to the conference today. Isabel Young, the Vice News media journalist, loomed large in the room. Loomed large and in charge in the room today, folks. Yep. Here is Irfan Ali making his debut on the international stage. He could talk about a lot of things. Development of this country, the progress. He talked about Sue. He talked about Isabel Young. Listen to Irfan Ali in his own words. Listen to him.
The question is, why are we here? Why Guyana? An international journalist, and we're having a lot of international journalists becoming experts in Guyana, and we welcome them. We're very welcoming to the media. You're part of our development story.
You all heard that? You all heard that? That is Sue, front and center. You know, we once had a great leader, Forbes Burnham, who said it is important not only to read what is on the line, but what is between the lines. International journalists becoming experts on Guyana. That's who. That's Isabel Young, front and center in this international conference. Take another listen, folks. It might have gone by too fast for you. Take another listen. Take another listen.
The question is, why are we here? Why Guyana? An international journalist, and we're having a lot of international journalists becoming experts in Guyana, and we welcome them. We're very welcoming to the media. You're part of our development story.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You telling me this is why we got Mayor Motley here. This is why we got Santoki here. Ado here. Mr. Woods, the CEO of ExxonMobil here. Because we can talk about Isabel Young. All of these dignitaries here. And this is what we're talking about, folks. For real? Yep. Everybody here. Everybody here. Everybody. Including Isabel Young. Because again, this was your finale. Everybody, the dignitaries of the world are at our doorsteps. And everyone can't help himself.
The question is, why are we here? Why Guyana? An international journalist, and we're having a lot of international journalists becoming experts in Guyana. And we welcome them. We're very welcoming to the media. You're part of our development story.
Yep. Isabel Young. And after that, here was the head of state. Where do you think he's installed or he's there legally? Here he was on the world stage. Following a brilliant presentation by Mayor Motley of Barbados, who's always on point. Following that, folks. Following Mayor Motley. And here is Irfan. And as we said, Irfan is just Irfan. Irfan is just Irfan. Here's Irfan for you.
I also extend best wishes to the numerous exhibitors, investors, and other stakeholders who have joined us for this most important event. Numerous.
For the rest of us, we saw numerous exhibitors, investors, and stakeholders. But everyone thought it was funny. He saw all these people and he said, it's funny. Humorous. But Irfan is just Irfan. What can we say? Irfan is just Irfan. Take and listen to that, folks. Irfan, just being Irfan.
I also extend best wishes to the numerous exhibitors, investors, and other stakeholders who have joined us for this most important event. Numerous.
Yep. You know who also made the conference? Not to be left out. It seeped in. I told you all some folks were still in Valentine's mode. Some folks were still in Valentine's mode. Irfan was hot in Valentine's mode. I don't know if he was thinking about Darmlal or he was thinking about the speaker. We saw the speaker there. We see cousin Darmlal, like the Heidi, you know, when you go upstairs, just put where the bar children. You put where the bar legs. You want to come out and say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. Say, put them away. Say, I got it back. Auntie coming, Auntie Mia coming. Uncle Santoki, Uncle Ado, Uncle Woods coming. Got it back and shut him out. Don't come out till they're gone. You don't want to say the wrong thing. Darmlal was nowhere in sight. If you saw him, send us a photograph. But there was the speaker. And some of this thing seeped in to the conference, folks. Some of it seeped in there. Because there was Irfan Ali on the world stage. The world stage in Georgetown by the Marriott. Right there. I'm talking about population growth. And this population growth turned into sex talks. Sex talks, folks. An international energy conference and Expo. Perhaps this is the kind of energy that was on Irfan's mind. But Irfan said we can improve the population. And he had some suggestions before the world leaders in oil and gas. Irfan had some suggestions how we locally could improve the population. Yes, sterling contributions he made this morning following Mayor Motley's speech. Irfan said we could improve the population. And he called on some of the members of his cabinet to help. He said, y'all got to work. You ain't wasting taxpayers' money here. This is Irfan on the world stage. Ladies and gentlemen, telling us how we can improve the population. Only thing missing is the candles. How we can improve the population. Listen to Irfan. And as we said, folks, Irfan is just Irfan. Irfan is just Irfan. Listen to our boy on the world stage.
Yes, we have a small population. Importantly, a growing population requires much more work from people like me. And a vice president, you have to step up their game. Even the Prime Minister, Mark Phillips, might need to bat 2020 innings and help with this population growth.
Hold on. Did we start talking about sex and so on at the International Oil and Gas Energy Conference? And did Irfan just say that Barjagno need to step up his game and, you know, and Mark Phillips got to bat 20 innings? Well, is that Mark I worried about, you know? Is Mark's wife Mignon I worried about with these 20 children that, you know, these 20 innings? Is that symbolic of how many children he's expecting? Did the head of state just say that Mark Phillips, the Prime Minister, and the Vice President need to get more children, but the Vice President needs to get children? The second Vice President, did we just hear that? On the international world stage, the energy, is this the kind of energy we're talking about here? Folks, that might have gone by fast. Again, it's important not to read only what is on the line, but what is between the line. Hear this, hear it back again, listen to him. Listen to him, listen to him, listen to him, listen to him.
Yes, we have a small population. Importantly, a growing population requires much more work from people like me. And a vice president, you have to step up their game. Even the Prime Minister, Mark Phillips, might need to bat 2020 innings and help with this population growth.
Yep. Folks, there's so much more to come. So much more to come. But I'm certain if we end the program right here, we will not have wasted your time this evening. Where are those shares? Like I feel like I'm going. I don't feel like I'm going. Where's the candles? I don't feel like I'm going without some more shares. Where are those shares, guys? Where are those emojis? I see me like the emojis little thing. Folks, look. We don't care for fun, you know. We want to see those emojis. BJ name calling. Folks, we were just out there with the protesters, drinking we water and minding our own business. And we thought these guys are inside deliberating on the development of this country. We didn't know sex talks happening at the back there. We didn't know sex talks happening. Right? Perhaps that is why they didn't want to open the gates to everybody. You see, when we say people nasty, people take me for granted. We didn't know sex talks happening back there. So again, I hope Mark Phillips and Barrett Jagdeo, the vice presidents, took the instructions. Took the instructions, folks. I hope they took the instructions. And folks, there were other instructions that follow that. Everyone said, don't come around here in State House funny. Y'all got your mansions, go and get your work. The man said that, y'all think we lying here? That is what the fella said. He said, y'all get to work. Those were instructions. When you're commanding-in-chief, as your friend is, the head of state, yes, you are minister, prime minister, otherwise, as Sabbath News called by Jagdeo, you know, chief cook and battle washer minister, in everything, instructions are instructions. The man said, we got to improve this population. Bharat is plenty years now. Plenty years now. Don't come down with funny. You see, he got a lot of innings to bat himself, but he said, at least that you come off the mark. All of this at the International Energy Conference and Expo. Y'all understand why they don't want y'all to go there? Y'all understand why it's so expensive to go in there? It's the kinds of conversations the people are having. But I did tell you instructions, folks. Instructions were given. Following that, increase the population. And here is how you're going to do that. Here is how this population going to increase. I'm telling you guys, instructions were given. 4 instructions were given. Here, the man said y'all could go and improve the population. But I got a warning for y'all. Hear what was said. Y'all don't believe me. Take a listen.
Yes, we have a small population. Importantly, a growing population requires much more work from people like me. And the vice president, you have to step up their game. Even the prime minister, Mark Phillips, might need to bat 20 innings and help with this population growth.
Yep. So that was said. And then, as we said, 4 instructions were given. Hear what those instructions were. Strap yourselves in.
To reduce the difficulties many of you experience in finding rooms, and please, outside of State House is now the finding room destination. A lot of persons were rapping on our doors to find rooms. To reduce the difficulties many of you experience in finding rooms, we're currently supporting initiatives that will see at least 6 new international branded hotels in the short to medium term.
So you got your instructions. Mark Phillips. You got to improve this population. Barrett Jagdeo, you got to come off the mat. You have your instructions, but State House not available. State House, the President Irfan Ali Catfish has put y'all on notice. State House is not available. I know that rush by fast for some of you. That rush by fast. Is all this happening at this energy conference, you know? Is all of this happening at the energy conference? All of this. This is what your friend said. He said, go improve the population. Mark, you got another 20 innings. We think that's symbolic of the amount of kids he must get. Those are instructions. You got 20 children more than you. I happy for you is Mick and I worried about. And then he said, vice presidents. And Jagdeo was right next to Mark Phillips. Come off the mark. Move forward. And this is what the instructions were. Rooms unavailable at State House.
To reduce the difficulties many of you experience in finding rooms, and please, outside of State House is now the finding room destination. A lot of persons were rapping on our doors to find rooms. To reduce the difficulties many of you experience in finding rooms, we're currently supporting initiatives that will see at least 6 new international branded hotels in the short to medium term.
Yep. Folks, we said it. Have fun. Have fun. It's just here fun. What we gonna do? Win for the long haul. Here fun is just here fun. Whether in government or in the opposition, it's we boy. It's we boy. What we gonna do? when we get visitors, we can put you in a car like Darmlal and them boys. That's what we're going to do. No. Air fun, guys. It's just air fun. It's just air fun. Father, help me. See, but we need some candles. Wrong 3. Or is it wrong 4? Is it wrong? Air fun, guys. It's just air fun. Modified card, guys. Again, we're looking at the launch, the opening of the energy, the International Energy Conference and Expo, right? AKA Sex Talk Forum, AKA Sex Talks Forum, AKA more photo of the day, photo of the, we spot some people, photo of the day, guys, photo of the day. Oh, Father, look, some of my friends, capture this. I don't know if it's when the earphone was talking, but the speaker seems to have drifted off into sleep. Like he gave up. He wasn't able in. He wasn't able in. All he wanted was some water and mind your business. Caption this, folks. The speaker looked like he's sleeping. That's my caption. He looked like he's sleeping. He looked like he's sleeping. Well, I can tell y'all. The man looked like he bow out. Well, he's been having some hectic days, you know. I saw one newspaper editorial characterize him as the worst speaker ever. Or rather, that was an op-ed by G.H.K. Lal as the worst speaker ever. I'm talking about Darmlal. I saw the Human Rights Association just today condemning his remarks, his dildo remarks in the National Assembly as being sexual harassment. My Lord, them boys gone up. Just when you think you can't touch bottom anymore, you know, there's another low. Them boys gone up. The Guyana Human Rights Association saying sexual harassment, much like Help and Shelter just the other day, saying this is sexual harassment. So there was the speaker falling to sleep on the Air Alley, right? Couldn't rise to the occasion. Nonetheless, here's what else we saw there, folks. Picture of the day. There's plenty pictures, you know. There's plenty pictures. Here's another picture of the day, folks. Caption this one for us. Caption this one for us, folks. Caption this one. We have no words. Caption this one for us. So many faces we're seeing here. So many faces. Y'all recognize anybody here? Caption this one for us, folks. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. And we got one more photograph of the day we think you might be interested in. Just one more. Just one more. Look, we boy, when sorrows come, y'all know, they come not as single spies, but as as battalions. You know, folks, the question we kept asking all day long is how come Charles is not a speaker of this International Energy Conference and Expo? Because Charles is an oil and gas expert. How come Bright Boy Charles and meet as a speaker? Charles went but 10 rows back. Right? They were trying to hide Charles. They didn't want to hear his view. Like they didn't even want to see him. Charles went but like 10 rows back. And Charles, like, he was on the phone with his, who you call them? He was on the phone with his publicist or his agent. Asking, how come I thought I speaking today? It's a 4-day conference. Charles talking Friday. It's a 4-day conference, folks. Charles talking Friday. There was Charles, international oil and gas expert. But like he too bright for this forum. He too bright for your own good. He too bright for his own good, folks. So there was Charles wondering, how come I make this thing? You know, how come I make this thing? I make natural resources ministry. You tell me I couldn't even do the introduction. They choose Alex Graham, who Irfan threw under the bus too, but that's what they borrow. So there was Charles wondering, how come I get front page billing? But 10 rows back, there was Charles, folks. But in addition to photo of the day, spotted, folks. A lot of people were spotted out here. We out here, folks. Be careful. The way things are going down there by the market, they need to gyrate some people. You got to haul out, pull out with spiritual bleach and vim. Some of the things are going on there. A lot of people were spotted. Here are some of the folks we spot at this International Energy Conference and Expo. It's too much energy, you know. It's too much energy. Here are some people we spot out there. Y'all relax. Y'all sitting back and y'all relax. Here are some folks we spot at the International Energy Conference and Expo. Oh, look, we boy. Azruddin Mohammed showed up. Hey, give Azruddin one thing. When he show up, he show up. Right? Azruddin like Arya Ali. When they step out, they stepped it out. When they came out, they came it out. Azruddin step out here. I never see a suit so sharp in my life. Never. I don't know, like, Azruddin went at Van Arpels and, what's the name of the store, guys? The fancy store in New York. Azruddin stepped it out. Right? Azruddin looked like all the money that they got. If it's 50 billion US, he looked the part. As a matter of fact, we had to look good. I said this looked like a sheik from the Middle East. When I see Azruddin step out, you don't believe me? Hold on, I'll give you a better view. Azruddin stepped it out, folks. Folks, you better share the live stream. Look, another view of Azruddin. Oh my, doesn't look like a sheik. This man looked like he owned every oil field in this country. Stepped it out. I like this one button. Sure, token came, man. The man step out. Whoever's tailor. Respect her manners. Look the shoe, shucks. Right? You can get caught, not even by the shoe, by the shadow of the shoe pass. That shoe sharp, suit sharp, the man look the part. I give him that. Right? Trenches and jagabats, I give him that. I give Arya Ali also, I tip my hat. You understand me? I tip my hair and all. To Arya Ali, when Arya step out, she stepped it out. And today, Azruddin Mohammed took and came. He came out, he stepped out. Right? Look at another photograph in case y'all missed this one. Look at another one. A new oil baron is in town. Step aside, Jack Leo, and allow Azruddin Mohammed to pass. Please and thank you. Y'all remember back in the day, Rebel did a song. Some of y'all young, I just lost y'all. Rebel did a song. You step aside and let the little boy pass. He was thinking about height stepping aside for the Jack Leo pass. Well, Jack Leo's you time now. Make your chair in the current airfan and go to pasture, current to Cambridge. And let Azruddin pass. Step aside and let the little boy pass. Azruddin, respect your manners. You come out, folks. When Azruddin pass, you see these pillars here? The pillars fall down, the man cut it down. He's so sharp. He's so sharp. Respect your manners. Who else we see out there? Who else we saw out there? Folks, look at this fella here. This man could be on Vogue. This gentleman could be on Vogue. When you step out in a suit like that, you got nothing else in the bank, you know. You got nothing, you spend everything on this suit. I can send Azruddin a top up tomorrow. I know we there. A suit like this is worth everything in the bank. Looking sharp, fantastic. Respect him as whoever put Azruddin in this suit. Respect him manners. I give best dress, First Lady Arya Ali, and I give best dress to Azruddin. You understand me? Locally, we got some other folks coming up, going try to pull the crown now from Azruddin, but I put Azruddin out there first. Folks, before we came out to the show, let me tell you, hold up. I was fighting the producers because we had a bet who was the better of the photographs, and so I said Azruddin, my money in Azruddin. Right? Charles, sit down. You don't get no billing to show off your suit. Sit down. Sit down. Oil and gas export. Sit down. Azruddin took it. But you had some other folks too. You had some other folks. Who else they had? Who else we spot? You know, talking about that, NCN them had some poor numbers this morning, and DPI and Newsroom had some poor numbers. I had about 50 people watching Newsroom. Oh, y'all borrow some of your viewers. NCN had about 13 people watching this international opening of the conference and so on. Right? Right now in the back end, we had 7,122. Aleni Yali 122. Aleni Yali 122. Yep. How many need is cancelled? So respect and manners again to Azruddin Mohammed. Moving on, folks. Moving on. Adu step out. Come on, folks. Pull aside. Adu took and came. He flew out. This is a man who is always well dressed. This is the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, the president of Ghana. When Adu step out, folks, he step out. I am absolutely certain. Hold up. I am absolutely certain Adu has a personal tailor. This man suit always sitting perfect. Right? It's like the stitch the suit around Adu. Always on point. Always, always, always. We spot Adu. Well put together. Well put together. But my bet, folks, was still on Azruddin Mohammed for best dress. Best dress, best dress, best dress. Who else did we spot? Who else did we spot? Peoples. Who else we spot? Many candles. Who else we spot? Who else we spot? Oh, Mir Amor Motley. She had a speech to match the dress. This is what you call sartorial splendor. Mir always has a shawl wrapping her, right? I know about this red though. I love the red bag ordinarily, but I ain't like this red bag for this occasion. Ordinarily, I would take some. Because I heard some comments who is best friend and who know sister and brother and all kind of thing and this thing. I ain't like this red bag. This red bag has a very strong political message attached to it. Right? And with all of that, I won't get into all on this program, but I'm watching me a little cross-eye with this red bag here. It's a nice red bag. I got no problem with it. Any other day me wear this red bag, I would say, if she in Barbados and she got this red bag, I wouldn't say no. But when you touch down on Guyana shore and you're wearing a red bag, and then you got this hibiscus flowers and so on, red, it's just the red. It's not the bag, it's the red and the thing. Right? Who don't know? Who don't know? But that being said, folks, who don't know, that's what I'm telling y'all. Who don't know? You're fighting now? You fight me with the candles. There is this woman, and she was sartorially put together. Y'all look up the word sartorial splendor. Go down by Austin's language with the best dictionary you're going to find it. You need a good Webster, a good Oxford. I recommend a good Oxford dictionary to Thesaurus. She was put together, folks, looking wonderful, and she had this speech. She speechified. She had this speech to match. Look who else we saw. Oh, Santoki stepped out. Folks, we focused right here. We featured right here Santoki's vice president. His prime minister, his vice president. Well, they can neon green. Well, he told his vice president, you stay down today. I gonna show. I gonna show the Guyanese people who is best dressed by this conference. Santoki had on a licking green suit. Now, if you're thinking politically here, as I know people like Rana, State and some other people can be thinking, this is a nod. Santoki in this green suit, right? The political party name ends with R. Giving a nod. He said, I'm nodding y'all. If you know what nod look like, this is a political nod. Licking green. This is a political nod Santoki giving licking green suit. You know, it's like an iguana green. Is that iguana green? What kind? I know the women going to say, no, don't get no colors. Men don't know colors. Forget me, folks. The iguana green is some kind of green. What kind of green is this, guys? The guys I know, they're more confused now. But it's green. That's what we know. And this level of green here, this is a strong political message. Folks, let me tell you something. Politicians don't just wear colors, you know. Politicians understand symbolism, how you stand up, how you sit down, your posture, what colors you wear, and all that. You come into political charge climate, like Guyana, you wear red, the signals you send in. You wear red, it signals you send in. In a political charge climate, politicians do their homework. They have a researchers, before they come and tell them what's happening in Guyana, what kind of political culture they have. And then they say sharply divided across certain line. You see this kind of green here? It signals the man sending. It signals. I don't know if Santoki can left this party, got in Suriname and just joined this other one here or what, but it signals. Right, Aubrey, your name calling by Aubrey? Your name calling? Right? Who else we spot? Guys, did we spot anybody else? Did we spot anybody else here? Let me see who else we spot. We might got a few. Oh, yes. Look what we spot. Journalist Nazima Ragabir was spotted on social media with this comment. Who experienced this today, guys? Who experienced this? Renowned journalist Nazima Ragabir said, I was wondering when GPL was going to throw in their surprise welcome. There it is. A lovely blackout Guyanese style. GPL didn't fail today. They show up too, dressed in black. And Nazima hashtag welcome to the oil producing republic. Blackout. And you tell them a blackout, they can say that's why we need a mile for. That's why we need X. That's why we need Y. That's why we need another supplemental budget. That's why we need soap. That's why we need that. Right? This is Nazima Ragubir. Nazima, your name calling, girl. Your name calling. I was wondering when GPL was going to give us a surprise welcome. There it is. Black out in your skin. Black to the out. But folks, on a serious note, Some interesting things came out of this oil and gas conference. Some interesting points were made, you know. Here were these heads of government. Mia Moore Motley, respected internationally, the Prime Minister of Barbados. Here you had Chandrika Prasad Santokhi, the President of Suriname. And here we had Mr. Addo, the President of Ghana. World leaders here. And everything they talked about oil and gas and where we should be heading seemed to be the exception. We seem to be the exception. Here was Nana Akufo-Addo, the Ghanaian president, and all the others talking to us about where we should be heading. Where we should be heading in oil and gas. And we seem to be doing everything else but be there. We were stunned and shocked when Mia Motley talked about what Barbados is doing, for instance, with green energy. She said, little Barbados, we ain't got big budget like y'all, but we transitioning to green energy. We got 39 electric buses, big buses, public buses to ferry people across the length and breadth of our country. 39, among other green initiatives. Among others, she wrote out there. And then there you had Nana Addo from Ghana telling us about the multiplicity and ubiquitous green energy projects that they're working with or working on. And we had nothing to talk about, really and truly. And it's a shame. We were so ashamed that we're going to be talking and showing you some of the video footage of this aspect of it in our morning program, FYI, tomorrow. It's a shame. When Evan Ali come up with nothing to read out on our operable green energy initiatives that we're working on, much like our anti-corruption initiatives. They're nothing there. He said we didn't come here to compete. That's what our real estate said. We didn't come here to compete. But as I said, folks, it seemed when we looked at it, whatever these world leaders were talking about, we were always the exception. We were always the exception. Look at some of the things that they said. This was Nana Addo, the Ghanaian president. He said no matter how high its return on value is not worth. This is only talking about oil and gas. No matter how high, how much money you're going to make, its return on value is not worth it if it is the interest of some or majority of the stakeholders are not properly represented. It's not worth it how much money you make if the stakeholders, the majority of them, their interests are not properly represented and they are left impoverished and dissatisfied. It took us back to the woman who spoke with us on the sidelines of this international conference when she said, I'm hungry. Men got food home to eat. And here is Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, the Ghanaian president, saying, it doesn't matter how much money you make if the people are still left impoverished and dissatisfied. It took us back, folks, to the little boy walking from Little Diamond to Great Diamond looking for food. This was Nano talking here, instructing us how we should be thinking, and we feel we're the exception. You know, Ghana, according to those African countries, is the model in how oil and gas should function. Who are we in this region? We seem to defy this as our people each day become more impoverished and more dissatisfied. And here is Santokhi out of Suriname. Santokhi said, we must be responsible in our approach and certainly develop our oil and gas resources in an environmentally friendly and sound manner. Human activities, including fishing, shipping, or the exploitation of marine resources, are rapidly developing, and we got to be responsible. I can hear them fishermen saying since ExxonMobil started drilling, we ain't getting no fish, and fish price gone up. Right? I can see the produce vendors, the plantain, and the other folks, and the prices. He said you got to be responsible. That's what he was telling us. And then there was Mia Moore Motley. Guys, let's take this graphic off so we can see this thing properly. And Mia Moore Motley, This again was Chandrika Prasad Santoki, the Surinamese president, telling us we got to be responsible in what we're doing. But even this we seem to defy. Again, the Ariadne thread running through the presentation seemed to be keep the people involved. The people must benefit. With the exception to that. And here was Mayor Moore Motley, who even had to follow his presentation. He talked about rooms not being at State House, Jack Dio and what's his name, helping to increase the population. He still got a bad couple innings in this regard. Here's Mayor Motley. Mayor Motley told us, standing on the platform there at the Guyana Marriott Hotel in downtown Georgetown in 4th Street, Kingston, bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the north and the city to the south, its closer borders being the Lighthouse and the Kingston Seawall. And Mayor Moore Motley, the Barbadian Prime Minister, respected the world over, said this to us. She said, I believe that your country Guyana, our Caribbean country Guyana, has endured much. You cannot move from being a highly indebted poor country to where you are today without being given the opportunity to bring along your people who have suffered the indignity of that poverty for decades. But secondly, without being given the opportunity to participate globally in the discussions that will affect your ability to manage the development of your people. And I trust and pray that this conference will trigger that into the national conversation. And what a note to end on. That I trust and pray. We at this end, we trust and pray that this conference will trigger the national conversation and true inclusivity of all the stakeholders. I think Mayor Motley's presentation was spot on. Again, as she said, I believe that your country Guyana, our country Guyana, has endured much. You cannot move from being a highly indebted poor country to where you are today without being given the opportunity to bring along your people who have suffered the indignity of poverty for decades. But secondly, without being given the opportunity to participate globally in the discussions. That's what she said. Globally in the discussions. I've lost my way in the text, distracted at the back here. That will affect your ability to manage the development of your people. And I trust and pray that this conference will trigger that national conversation, will trigger that into the national conversation. Folks, what a fitting program, what a fitting way rather, to end our program this evening. We got a long way to go. All are involved. Martin Carter said, our late great national poet, and he said all are consumed. And on the night of the opening of this International Energy Conference and Expo, you know, the powers that be in this country should consider that all should be involved. All should be involved. Martin Carter's words there seem to be aspirational. All are involved, but they should become inspirational. All must be involved as all are consumed. And that is our program tonight, folks. That is our program tonight, guys. We're going to stick around for a couple of minutes and give some folks a shout out. First and foremost, we want to say respect and manners to all our foreign visitors, dignitaries, VIPs, patrons of this international conference, International Energy Conference and Expo. And big shout out to folks like Koana Mingo and Horace and Adam and Koana and Laverne and Yolanda and all the other beautiful folks, guys. You all know by now, unfortunately, we do not run on water, and so we encourage you guys to partner with us, even though for some reason the graphic look as though it doesn't want to show up this evening. Partner with us, guys. You know we want to do more of this on your behalf. We want to continue to fight the good fight. We want to expand what we're doing, continue to bring you the valid, incredible information, folks. Tomorrow our road leads down there to the Guyana Marriott, 4th Street, Kingston there. The protest continues. I'm going to be boots on the ground again. We were out there today, and we're going to be out there again. Folks, good to see each and every one of you, and expecting you guys to be boots on the ground. And little birdie told me that the coalition will be out there as well, looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. We will be out there. I will be out there. They'll be out there. We'll all be out there, folks, making our voices heard. Making our voices heard. Good to see you guys. Remember to come on board and partner with us. There's a number of ways you can do it to keep us moving, to keep us expanding, guys. We're available. As you know, we're available on the Cash App, the international platform. We're available via PayPal. We're available via Zelle. We're available via MMG locally here. We're available via Western Union, MoneyGram, guys. Come on board and help us to keep moving forward, guys. That being said, if you have any queries, how you can come on board, the number you want to call is that very MMG number, 627-6963, 627-6963. We'll give you every guidance on how you can come on board and partner with us to help our program to keep moving forward. Good to see you, Jacqueline, Andrea, Grayman, and Jamal, Aziz, Winston, Bob, and Elrich Ford, Henrietta Lancaster, Donna, David. Good to see each and every one of you. Pace and power, folks. Pace and power. That's our time tonight, guys. Stay safe. Stay safe. Pace and power. Ramia Edwards and Donna David, Janet Edwards. All the Edwards are here. Carol Hudson, Ursula, is it Bundell, and Jean Noble, and Jolet Asana. Good to see you. John Abrams and Dan Fordyce. Good to see you guys. You see how I'm sweating here? Pace and power. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. Boots on the ground, we ain't backing down. Boots on the ground. The party continues tomorrow. Rider Day, 4 Street, Kingston. Boots on the ground. Have a great evening, folks. Have a great evening.